What is up, everybody? J Nell here with a little late recap of the three fight predictions of the main blah blah blah. Let's just start that over again. J Nell here. I made three predictions this past weekend of the main events of the three different fight cards that happened this weekend. And I got 2.5. And you guys already know what I'm talking about with the half. But I got 2.5 out of 3. So it was a pretty good night for me. So let's start with Friday's event, which was the UFC Tough Enough Heavy Hitters Finale. And I just did a prediction on the main event, which was a very important fight between Kamaru Usman and Javier Dos Anjos. And this is in the welterweight division, and I knew like the winner of this could have started barking for a title shot. And I chose Kamaru Usman, and Kamaru Usman won. I believe it was a unanimous decision in favor of him. I'm not quite sure on the round count. Someone let me know how many rounds exactly he won. RDA had his moments on the feet and actually on the ground too. There was a couple of times he slapped up a submission. There was one is particularly where I believe he grabbed an arm where it was like, be careful with how you react here. So he had his moments on the ground as well, but then Kamaru got stronger and stronger as the round went on. And the criticism I had him against Damian Maia, where I felt like he didn't he played it safe and didn't have that killer instinct. We didn't see that here. And to me, Rafael Dos Anjos is a more dangerous opponent, and he tried to finish him. He went for him. His ground and pound was active. It wasn't just holding him. He took those risks. He tried to make a statement, and he did. It was a fantastic performance. It was not, he's kind of known for being a little bit more of a boring fighter, a boring wrestler. That was not this. This was exciting. This was, he looked in great shape. He looked quick. The fight kind of went the way we thought. Once he got that first takedown, the takedown started coming more rapidly because the RDA started getting a little bit more tired, and that's how that went. This was a great performance for him, and even Dana White said that he might have skipped Colby Covington to get the next title shot. So who do you think Kamaru Usman should fight next? I don't know what the situation is with Colby. Someone let me know that. Where is he on the nose? Is he able to fight? I know Tyron wants to go ahead and put that to bed. I actually think that if he's ready like soon, get that done. But if he's not, then go ahead and give Kamaru the title shot. Let me know what you think and give me the information on Colby, please. Now, the next fight which happened on Saturday, the UFC from Australia, on the main event there, I also got this pick. I chose Junior Dos Santos, JDS, to beat someone who I actually like a lot, 26-year-old Tuivasa. As I said in my prediction video, I was like, he's slowly climbing the ladder, and then he went like up like 10 notches, and I just didn't think he was ready for that, and I think I was right. This ended in the second round. In the first round, he was doing well. Even he said that, and I agree. He was doing well. He was aggressive. He was coming forward. I think he knew he couldn't wait. I think he knew he couldn't let JDS get comfortable. So he was coming forward. He was pressing the pace. But you got to be smart when you're doing that. And in the first round, he mixed it up better in the first round. He had kicks. One kick actually, I believe he kicked JDS's knees, and the leg actually kind of buckled, and he was limping towards the end of the round. And I was like, oh, my pick is in trouble. I was like, but I like Ty, so I actually don't mind if he wins. So, second round comes out. I think Ty maybe got a little confident because he really ended well in that first round. Comes out firing. He gets caught with a right hand from JDS that knocks him back. Okay, it affected him, and of course he smiled it off and was like, "Come on!" And JDS came home. JDS proceeded to hit him with 2 more rights. Blow, blow. Then he hit him with a short left. Blow. And the short left basically squared him up perfectly for another right. Glablouey, which dropped him on his booty. And then he got on top of him. Full mount. This is JDS. He seemed to get bigger when he got a full mount. And he's raining down shots. And at first, Ty, he's full of such spunk that he starts throwing shots from the bottom, and he actually clocks JDS kind of early on significantly, but it just pisses JDS off. You can see it. He's like, and then he really starts to go at him. And I think it was Herb Dean. Ty protested the stoppage, but I thought the stoppage was actually spot on. First off, you can't just be throwing shots from the bottom. You actually have to try to improve your position, which he was not doing. It's a sign that he doesn't know how to, which means eventually JDS in full mount is going to knock you out. And that's what was happening here. It wasn't until JDS actually lands 3 shots in a row. 3 shots in a row, and it really stuns Ty. That is when the ref stops the fight. I agree with the stoppage. Again, he's 26 years old with all this personality and the potential you could possibly have. Save him his career. Don't let him take an unnecessary KO from JDS. Great stoppage. Who do you think should be next for JDS? He called out Alistar Overeem. He wants to run that back. I think that might be a good idea. And Ty afterwards got on the mic and still had a bunch of personality, even though I was like, you know what, he almost got knocked out. I don't know if you should be interviewing him right now. But eventually he cleared up and he called out Justin Willis and he was like, you a bitch, and all that kind of stuff. And then I thought to myself, well, Justin Willis is probably who he should have been fighting in the first place. Again, slowly climbing the ladder. But anyway, so I'd like to see that fight. Let's see what happens. Who would you like to see both of those fighters fight next? Now, the main event of the boxing event that we had, the heavyweight title fight, for who I chose, the WBC. I chose the safe pick, Deontay Wilder, to retain his belt against Tyson Fury. This fight ended in a draw. And a lot of controversy. A lot of people think that it should have been Fury's way, and I totally get why. In fact, after the fight, even I thought so, and I still do. Let's talk about it. So, if you watched my prediction video, I was like, Tyson, do what you do. You're already kind of in his head. You've already pissed him off, so continue to do that. I even talked to him throughout the fight, which he did at the end of every round and throughout the fight. He was still pulling those antics, stayed in his head, kept him headhunting. Because I was like, keep him headhunting. Don't make him, get him angry, aggressive. Get him to try to knock you out. And things will open up with your unorthodox boxing and your being slipping. He was just slipping punches and stuff like that while landing his unorthodox boxing head body. He was out pointing Deontay Wilder for like the first 7 rounds, except for the round number 2. I think we all agree that Deontay Wilder turned it on a bit in round number 2, was throwing some combinations, some things, and then started headhunting again. And that's where he failed. We knew Deontay Wilder couldn't headhunt. He had to box. He couldn't just try to take him out. He had to box. He had to work the body early to try to drain some of that energy out of him, slow him down a bit. He had to keep his cool. Even he said this after the fight. He's like, I got off the game plan. He's like, I was just trying to get him out of there. I kept saying I was just trying to get him out of there. He's like, I knew I wasn't supposed to be the game plan. I knew I was supposed to box and put together combinations and work behind the jab and let things come out, work to open up my own opportunity. He said that. He said he didn't get with the game plan, and he's right. He didn't stick with the game plan, which is why he lost majority of like the first 7, 8, 9 rounds, basically. Only won like round number 2. He got outpointed by Tyson Fury because he was swinging for the fences and wildly missing and getting tired. Because when you swing wildly, we saw that in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. That's why he injured his shoulder, is because he missed a crazy amount of shots. So that takes a lot out of you, and that's what we saw with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder his energy started to get down towards the end of the fight. Now, the 9th round. The 9th round. The knockdown. This is when I was watching this at home, everything at home. I'm sorry, event. And my stream messed up, and I haven't been able to watch it since. So I heard the knockdown. Didn't see it. Didn't see that whole round. My stuff didn't come back up until in the 11th round. Someone describe that entire round for me, please. But okay, he got the knockdown in the 9th round. Okay, so now in the 11th round when I came back in, Tyson Fury was back to his old ways, and he seemed to have a pep in his step, because I know once he got that knockdown, he responded ferociously to try to get some of that back, because that's what he did in the 12th round. So let's talk about that. I saw the whole round. So in the 12th round, early on in the round, Deontay Wilder finally hits that shot, that right, and it knocks Tyson Fury, which seems to be all the way out. Sleep. I mean, flat on his back. I mean, I have to go back again. Get ready to go to work now. But I got to go back again, so I'll probably do an update about this in my prediction video of this UFC coming up this weekend, which I'm so excited for. So be looking out for that. I'll probably do an update because I am going to rewatch the entire fight. But I got to see exactly when the ref started to count. That was one of Deontay's big things, is that he said he started to count late. And even when I was watching it, a couple of the talking heads who were recapping the fight kind of said the same thing. They felt like the count was started late, but when they rewatched it, they said it was on time. So a couple of people said even afterwards they felt like the ref gave them a little bit more time, like, are you okay? Okay. So I have to go back and rewatch all of that myself. But I will say that it seemed like Tyson Fury came back from the dead. I mean, he got up straight up Undertaker style, WWE style. Like, it was crazy, and got up pretty much on 10. And then the ref made sure he was okay. They restarted the fight, and he came back with this vigor trying to get that back. And he feels like he did enough to make that round a tie. I don't agree. Not with the way boxing is traditionally scored. I still think that with that knockdown being so devastating the way it was, that round still goes to Tyson by 2. And if you give him the ninth by 2, or excuse me, to Deontay by 2, and if you give Wilder the ninth by 2, you give him the second, which I think everyone pretty much agrees. All you have to do is find a way to eke him out 2 more rounds in the early ones, which a lot of them were close. A lot of those were close rounds. All you have to do is find a way to eke out 2 more rounds in the beginning, and you get your draw. I understand that draw and the judging. I get the draw. I get the judge who had Fury winning. I don't see the judge who had Wilder winning by, I think, like 7 rounds. There's always got to be a score in there that like delegitimizes the entire event. This incredible build-up, one of the most exciting heavyweight fights in a long time. Great turnout, great buys, great fight. Fight lived up to the hype. Great fight. Oh, you should, by the way, Deontay Wilder's reaction when he thought he knocked him out. He all dancing. He's dancing. He's like, oh, smooth. Oh, smooth. Then as Tyson's getting up, he's like, this mother. It's a great reaction. Okay. So, ups and downs. Great fight. Great personalities. And then you got this whack-ass judge with this one really whack decision. Because again, I get the draw. The one who wanted to give it to Wilder, why you gotta give it to him by like 7 rounds? Why? Make it believable. We all know you wanted the rematch. Anyway, so a draw. Deontay keeps his belt. Let me know how you did on all of the events, not all the undercards too. There was a great performance from everybody who fought the Australians. From Justin beating Mark Hunt. I can't remember. Mauricio, that fight against Pedro, he injured him. So again, let me know how you did on all the fights that happened. The Ultimate Fighter winners, the male and the female. Let me know on all injury updates. Again, we had some injuries this year, especially with the MMA cards. Let me know what happened on the undercards with the boxing. I didn't get a chance to watch that, but I know Hurd kept his belt, and that's actually the one I wanted to see. So and of course, let me know who, again, on all the main events, but really on that boxing main event, what you think, how you felt it went, what rounds you thought went to who should have won, what you thought of the judges, what you thought about afterwards, all of the hoopla, please. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where I will have 15-second recaps probably tomorrow. I'm gonna make it. I actually have to go to work right now. We're working like 12-hour overnight shifts. Your girl got to make some changes. Okay, and so I'll have that tomorrow. I'm on Snapchat now. Subscribe, like, talk to me. Take care, and goodbye.